whatever collective I'm speaking to right now, I just want to say, like, you are seen. You are so seen. The work that you have put in over the last few months is amazing, and it doesn't go unnoticed. And I know you're sitting there right now thinking, what have I even been doing? You've been doing the work. This is the same sort of energy as yesterday's daily video that I posted. So if you watch those and you saw that one and now you're here, like, this message is for you times 10. I did a spread yesterday and I've pulled those cards out again today, which were really easy to find, by the way. So the message wants to come through. And like, the overall message is strength. Like, you have spent the last few months displaying your strength. And I don't mean that as in like your guns, your physical strength. I mean like your ability to get up and keep going. I'm getting resilience with that. I'm getting like your ability to tame the beast, like this energy that you have been experiencing over the last few months has been really tough. It's been really chaotic. It's been really heavy. It's been, a lot of clarity has come to the surface, and with that oftentimes are things that we probably don't want to be seeing. And so you have really worked with that part of you that can walk through the hard times with grace. So you've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles sitting there looking at the fruits of her labor. She's just, you know what is meant for you. You know where your heart likes to be. You know where your soul wants to be. You know what fills your cup and what you want to be spending your time doing. And you have found that out over these last few months throughout all of this, because in order to see what it is that you are passionate about, what it is that lights you up inside and like keeps you up at night, those things that wake you up in the morning, those ideas, all of those things, like, in order to see that, you had to make room for it. And to make room for it, you had to see some stuff in people, in jobs, in situations, in places that was really hard to see and to come to terms with and to clear, because you had to then let that go. It wasn't just a matter of seeing it and going, okay, that's there. Like, you've put in the work of shedding that and releasing that, or you've put the plan into motion. You've acted on that, and you've done so with grace. Like, you are at the end of that cycle. You've got the Nine of Pentacles, and you look at that, like, you're one with nature. You've got all of the seeds that you've planted, you're nurturing them. You've remembered that they're there, for starters, which is a big thing. And I'm like, I'm so proud of you. I'm feeling so proud as I tap into this energy again. And I knew yesterday doing the reading that I couldn't fit it into a 3-minute video, but I did want to get a little bit of that energy out there, because so oftentimes we walk this path of healing and self-development and, becoming a better version of ourselves, and we can oftentimes throughout that feel like we're getting nowhere. And it's not about external validation, but hearing someone say, hey, I see you and you're doing a really good job, can go such a long way. And that's really what this message is. Like, it's potent, and the energy of that is strong. It's like your guides, I'm seeing all of your guides around you, and they've got their arms around one another, and they're all envisioning you in their mind, in their third eye, and you're sitting, you don't even know they're around you, like this, just like creating this nest for you, creating this little bubble that you're protected and you're held and you're seen and you're safe. And you now know that the world is in the palm of your hands, and should you set your sight on where it is that you want your world to go, where it is you want your journey to take you, where it is that you feel deep within that you are being led, then you will get there. You have not only found clarity, this collective I'm speaking to, you found so much clarity, like ridiculous amounts of clarity. But you've also found calm within that. So now that this period of pushing through and being strong and, you know, doing and seeing what needs to be seen and done, you're feeling more clear, you're feeling lighter, you're feeling more relaxed. You've got all of these tools on display, right? You've got all of these, your thoughts, and they're all in line. All of your thoughts are in line. And the ones that really mean something to you, the ones that you are feeding, they're with you right now. And I'm seeing yellow, like you've got all of your thoughts lined up here. Awesome. They're not running rampant in your mind anymore. This one down here is yellow, and I'm seeing intuition. So this one is like your intuition is guiding you down the path, a particular path right now, and you're sitting with that, you're nurturing that, and you're finding the balance within that. And so it's not just about finding clarity, but it's about finding those parts of ourselves that we've been taught to wish weren't there. We've been taught to fix, we've been taught to heal, we've been taught to get rid of, to erase. You've found those areas just need to be balanced. They need a counterpart in order to balance them out, and you've really walked the journey like of balancing that out. And I feel like this is ever going, like you're going to keep, you know, the scales are going to keep tipping, and you're going to have to keep finding that balance, but you've found the counterpart to a lot of what you didn't realize was imbalanced. A lot of what you thought were faults are actually things that were just not in balance. And I'm super proud of you for doing that, because it's really easy to just listen to what people are saying when they say, get rid of it. That's baggage. I don't like it. Doesn't suit me or anybody else. So like, it's not, you know, wanted here, get rid of it sort of thing. And a lot of people will do that. A lot of people will erase that part of themselves or squish that part of themselves. You can't really erase something that is innately you. And so a lot of people squish that and they put it in a little box, and it comes out to play later. And perhaps you've opened some of those boxes where you have squished those things in the past and just realize it needs to be balanced, or it needs to be expressed. It simply just needed to be felt in order to be balanced, you know? I know for me it sounds crazy, but because I've stepped into such a spiritual space and I want to do the things that I'm doing right now, sitting and talking to the camera, it sounds so small, but something that's big to me is like my fashion. Throughout high school, I was quite emo, I was quite goth, I was quite into that darker, heavier sort of music and fashion taste and things like that. And I constantly got picked on for it. I wasn't a cool girl for doing it like most kids are these days. I was picked on for it. And I kind of shamed that part of myself when I stepped into the spiritual community. I got rid of all of my jeans. I got rid of all of my black clothes. I got rid of all of those things that kind of made me me, that I felt that I didn't relate with anymore, or that I felt that weren't spiritual enough. And so I got rid of them all, and I traded it all for this boho sort of clothing, which I love. I also love this style, but I love my witchy sort of style too. So I love that grungy sort of side. I'm not full emo or full goth or anything like that when it comes to fashion, but I've really been learning that that part of me actually just wants to be expressed and played with, not using somebody else's magazine or like a cutout, but like finding what works for me and playing with that, you know, mixing my fashion together, boho, witchy, I don't know, can't really find it, but that's me, you know, and I just needed to express that in order to feel a balance within that, and in order to not be picked on for it. You know, now that I'm embracing my fashion, I get compliments all the time. I love your shirt, I love this, I love your outfit, I love your hair, I love, you know, all of this, because I'm now expressing that part of me that I squished because everybody else told me to for so long. So I feel like you've been doing some of that shadow work yourself. And speaking of shadow work, You've really learned through this chapter that the hard yards come from digging deep. Like he's got this black pole and the boat don't move unless that pole hits the bottom of the water, right? Unless he's pulling on it. So he's working with this shadow side of himself in order to move forward. And you've really learned that your shadow is not something to be diminished or scared of or fixed. It's something to be worked with and sat with and healed and loved, and accepted for what it is. You know, like we're always going to have a shadow side, and that shadow side is super important along our journey to listen to, because it will give us warning signs that our intuition doesn't want to hear. I want that, and your shadow's going to go, yeah, but this. And that's not to say don't do it. That's just to say, hey, keep this in the back of your mind, sort of thing. And like whoever I'm speaking to, you know that you've been through the journey lately of like learning that and coming to terms with that, because it's a hard pill to swallow. But I'm so freaking proud of you. Spirit is proud of you. Your guides are like, they're partying up there for you right now. I'm seeing the Four of Wands? Yeah, I'm seeing the Four of Wands, and everyone's just jumping up and down, they're having a good old time. You're sitting on your throne. You've got the Queen of Cups is the last one that I had there. You're sitting on your throne with your emotions in check. You're laid out on your bed with the Four of Swords there with all of your thoughts in order. You're sitting on your throne there with the Queen of Pentacles, holding what's dear to you and, you know, nurturing that. So, need I say more? The Ten of Cups popping out. Like, your cup is full times 10. It is about to be full times 10. This, look at this card. Like, you've done it. And I'm so freaking proud of you, because this has not been easy. And I want you to give yourself a pat on the back. I want you to give yourself a big hug. I want you to give yourself another queen, a Queen of Swords. So you've got all the queens except for the Queen of Wands right now. So you're in this, you're stepping into a creator energy, I'm feeling from that, actually. Yeah. You're really working with that balance, that distribution of your energy and your passion and your joy, and you're really finding that love and that excitement for life and for your future again. And you're starting to believe that the world is a better place with you in it. And I'm getting emotional saying that, because whoever I'm speaking to just now, whoever's energy I'm tapping into, it's like you're taking a breath for the first time in a long time. And you're like, whoa, that was rough, but I did it. And you're starting to actually feel proud of yourself and recognize the work that you've put in, which is probably why I needed to come on here and speak to this collective of like, don't diminish what you've just been through. Don't say, oh, it's not that big of a deal, because it is a big deal. And it has taken a lot of strength to get through what you've just gotten through. And this void space right now is starting to, it's kind of stretching out, because we're in Mercury retrograde right now. So this slow phase is kind of making you feel like the work you've done has not gotten you anywhere, but it's because that forward moving energy is a couple of weeks away yet. I don't know when I'm going to post this, but I'm filming it on the 2nd of July. I might even post it today or tomorrow. But, oh, I'm getting emotional. Oh my goodness. You've really done it. And it's not been easy. And I'm so freaking proud of you. And you should be so freaking proud of yourself. Just want to squeeze you right now. Okay. That was a lot. I hope that this message, I pray that this message, I trust that this message reaches those who need to hear it. Keep pushing forward. You don't have to push as with everything that you've got right now. It is a time to just take a breath. Take a breather, hold some of those seeds dear, and get clear on which ones you're nurturing moving forward, because come August, it's going to be all about you, babe.